and welcome to the eCW podcast. My name is Aaron Ibrahimi, and I'm here talking to Deborah Wade about some of the things that she's been working on our product management team. Deb's been a product manager here at eCW for a better part of a decade, and she's been working on some medication-related things that we want to make sure you guys are aware of. So, Deb, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Aaron?
I'm doing well.
Excellent.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
So, would you tell us a little bit about what it is you're working on?
Yep. Right now, I'm actually working on a Pdmp integration that will work right in eClinicalWorks.
Okay, so what's a Pdmp?
A Pdmp is a prescription drug monitoring program. These programs are available in 49 out of 50 states. Missouri has a county-by-county right now, where pharmacists fill in the registry with medications that are dispensed, and providers can check that registry before prescribing to their patients. Each state, the program they tend to have their own names. You've got ORS in Ohio, eForce in Florida, and these integrations will actually be available nice and easy in eClinicalWorks to be able to check.
Okay, so you mentioned so many states. Are there state and or federal requirements about checking these things prior to prescribing a medication?
There are quite a few states that have requirements for checking the Pdmp integration before prescribing controlled substances for their patients.
So before having an integrated solution, which is what you're working on, how are providers handling checking PDMPs today?
Well, currently they're logging on to a state website. They're manually entering in patient demographics, verifying that they have the correct patient. A lot of times they've even assigned what are called delegates, someone else in the office to be able to do it for them, because this information can be really time consuming to get. And this is really where APPRISS comes into play, and they really help a lot.
Okay, so who is APPRISS and what do they do? So
APPRISS has joined forces with the state Pdmp programs to build a gateway of sharing data between the states within their network. They're able to have that integration be easily connected within EHR vendors to be able to check the data now with a quick click of a button.
So now you mentioned in the past they needed a lot of support staff, and I think the delegates was the word that you used. With APPRISS, are we going to need these delegates and all these support staff to be able to help them check these PDMPs?
Because the integration is so easy to use, delegates are actually no longer required, and they're not even admitted access.
So let's say I'm a physician in the state of Ohio, and I see a patient that comes to me from the state of Indiana. If I wanted to check their Pdmp for Indiana, currently as it stands today, without the integration, would I be able to?
You would not be able to see activity outside of your state. These state websites only have the data from their own state.
Okay, and as a physician not practicing in that state, I wouldn't be granted access, period.
That would be correct.
Okay. So now with APPRISS introduced, once the integration is up and practices have it available, would they be able to check multiple states?
Yep, absolutely. They combine data from all the states within their gateway, so you'll be able to see activity in multiple states in one user-friendly format.
So our snowbirds, the folks who move to the south during winter, are covered?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Are all states currently integrated with APPRISS?
Not all 50 quite yet, but APPRISS's goal is to get all 50 on board.
How would our physicians get live up and running on APPRISS today?
Well, the first step is to establish a relationship with APPRISS. There is an interest form that you can find in the product activation tool in your version 11, on our partners page, and in the user guide on my.eClinicalWorks.com. So fill out the form, APPRISS will reach back out to you, and as soon as they're able to give you your web service credentials, you'll be good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deb, for sharing the information about APPRISS and your work on PDMPs so that we can get that up and running for eClinicalWorks.
You're very welcome.
So thanks, everybody, for joining us for another episode of the eCW podcast. Check out all of our episodes on iTunes, YouTube, and my.eClinicalWorks.com. Thanks again, Deb, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time.